There's a very interesting house in Australia. You've got 4 roommates from Asia living in this house in Australia, and it's a guy from Hong Kong. He works in IT. He spends most of his time gaming inside of his room. Then you have a former tutor from Taiwan that is now in Australia because she said her sister really liked Australia, and now she wants to test out Australia. Then you got a couple from China who are there together making friends. So you got these 4 people living in this tiny little house. And within 3 months of living together, it is absolute chaos that just erupts. One of the roommates grabs a carton of eggs and starts throwing it at the other roommates, decking them in the face, smearing the walls, the floors with runny egg yolks. Then she goes into her room, runs out with a boiling kettle of water, threatening to throw it on everyone. And she's like, stop, stay the fuck back. I'm about to boil you guys alive. You guys are about to be little steamed fish on the floor with the egg yolk because you're about to go down. I have endured every single one of you for long enough. I can't do this anymore. The roommate locks every single roommate inside of this house. She's creating like a Saw. You know the horror movies, Saw, where you gotta get out? She throws nails all over the floors so that they can't run away. They're trapped. The walls are egg yolk, the floors are nails, and now she's threatening them with boiling hot water. And as they're trapped in this house, what does this roommate do? They drive their car into the house over and over again, trying to kill them. She also tries...
She drive what?
Her car into the house.
Into the house?
She keeps ramming into the house.
Into the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she lights 2 of their cars on fire and then tries to blow up the house.
Wait, I'm so sorry for laughing.
Is anybody injured or dead?
No.
Okay.
This is...
I know it's a mod, so that's why.
Yes, okay. Slightly injured, but not really. I mean, emotionally, mentally traumatized. But he's laughing because of how shocking it is. Like, what do you mean someone is doing this? That doesn't even make sense. Nobody does stuff like this except this person, this roommate. This is the case of the worst roommate in all of Australia. And it all starts because they've only been living together for 3 months. How do you go from living together with random strangers 3 months ago to this scene out of a low-budget horror movie? How?
Also, when did this happen?
Like this year.
Okay.
Last year, yeah.
And how did you know about this?
It went viral on Chinese social media. And your sister goes,
hey, do you know about this housemate situation in Australia?
she's wanted. She's a fugitive.
This went viral in China.
Yes.
Wow.
And
now it's about to go viral in America.
It went viral multiple times. The first time it went viral, it was not the true story. I know. And it all starts because somebody was taking way too long of showers. Oh yeah. And the accusation that someone's boyfriend was interested in another roommate. And it ends with the entire house almost burning to the ground with the landlord inside. Why the hell is the landlord in there? We're about to figure it all out.
All right. These monsters are getting crazy.
There's a 30-year-old woman. She's like a tutor. She moves to Australia on a visa. Her name is Rainey. She moves to Australia briefly with a little visa. And she starts posting on Chinese social media about all these horrendous roommates that she is currently living with. And she is telling everyone, hey, if you are coming here to Australia and you are boarding with anyone from China, be careful of these people. So like Koreans do this too. Like when you go to the US for a visitor visa or like a student visa, you will browse Korean social media to find a Korean landlord and then you'll board with other Koreans because you just have more commonalities. You guys like eat the same food. You don't have to worry about, oh my God, does this person think my kimchi is smelly? Like it's just easier. So she's posting on Weibo, WeChat, Xiaohongshu, Red Note, okay? She's posting all these things where all the TikTok refugees are, and she's like, listen, if you see these people in the house that you move into, you better leave the house. You better get in your car, drive out the driveway. Matter of fact, leave the fucking island of Australia because it's too late for you. The 3 people in question are, there's this couple, Tim and Vicky. First of all, Tim has a crush on her. Is that her fault? No, but she could just feel it. She could just sense
Tim
it.
and Vicky is a couple.
Yeah.
But Tim likes Rainey as well.
That's what Rainey's saying. And Rainey is like, was that my fault? Absolutely not. I'm just their roommate. But all of a sudden, because Tim has a crush on me, Tim and Vicky, they're fighting each other. And then Vicky is like, hey, do you like Rainey? If you do, I'm going to beat her up. They're very abusive. She said they started abusing her. She posted bruises, like pictures of bruises that were inflicted on her arms, knees, neck, her back, and her crack. You know what I mean? I'm laughing because you'll see. I'm not laughing because I'm a horrible person. I'm laughing because just you wait, okay? And she writes, please be extra cautious and stay away from this new roommate. It's just the situation has been so alarming. The female's name is this. This is her English name, Vicky. This is the city that we're in. She was born on this government birth date. Her height is this. Her weight is this. Her phone number, unredacted, is this. Her character traits, manipulative, calculated. Distinctive features, tattoos on hands. She's pretentious and fake when she talks, and she has a princess syndrome. Okay, male name, Tim. English name, Tim, born on this date, height, weight, occupation, interior designer, distinctive features, pale skin, low voice, appears withdrawn, very few friends. This is what happened when I moved in with them, let me tell you. There were so many issues in the house. First of all, this girl, Vicky, the girlfriend, so many demands. She was demanding the brand of the bed because it was all furnished when we moved in. She was requesting furniture adjustments, insisting on moving things in during rainy weather and asking all of us to help. I mean, I did everything that I could to meet her requests. I'm not even the landlord. I would contact the landlord for her to arrange new beds, new cupboards, whatever she wanted. I would even let her borrow my kitchen equipment. She also wanted extra access to information about the house. I'm like, why do you need that? You're kind of weird. However, after 2 weeks of living together, that's when I saw the red flags. You know, it became very clear to me that she was not proactive with house chores. She only did them when I constantly reminded her, like I was her mom or something, and she wouldn't even do them properly. She refused to do absolutely anything unless she was forced to. She just didn't want to do any housework at all. She spent over 2 hours every single day in the kitchen, in this shared space. And after a while, I was like, you know, that's fine. That I can get over because I don't really use the kitchen like that. But could you please, just for the love of God, keep it down after 10 p.m. It's just too noisy. I can't even sleep. I've complained. I brought this up to you multiple times over and over again, and you just keep being loud. And despite all of this, I tried so hard to remain calm. That is when everything gets dark. She starts conspiring with our other roommate. Rainey is the one making the post.
Yep.
Tim and Vicky are the couple.
Yep.
Then there's one other roommate, the Hong Kong IT specialist named Leon.
That's a guy, right?
Yeah. And they all don't know each other before moving in. Only Tim and Vicky know each other because they're dating. And so Leon, the guy, she's like Vicky, the girlfriend, starts conspiring with the stranger guy, the other roommate. And they both ganged up on me.
3 of them ganged up on Rainey.
Yes, the female roommate, Vicky, held my arms down, pinned me to the ground, and she was knocking off my glasses. She was like beating me up. She was like rustling, tussling my hair.
Wait, this is 2 weeks into it?
Yeah, this was like a few weeks into living together. Rustling and tussling my hair. You know, the other male roommate, Leon, restrained my arms behind my back. I couldn't even move. And then they called the landlord. And guess what the landlord does? The landlord comes, he kicks me, chokes me to the point where I can't breathe. And I beg help for the boyfriend, Tim. Like, Tim, please, can you control your girlfriend, Vicky? Because she's the one starting all of this. And Tim did nothing. He just stood there laughing, watching the situation unfold. It felt like Tim had a crush on me. And because of that, I don't know, his girlfriend Vicky was lashing out and convinced everybody to lash out with her. And just to make matters worse, they would go into my room without my permission. They would go through my things. They took my belongings. At one point, they took my car keys and hid them from me so I couldn't go. They threw my personal items into my car. They threatened to call the cops, try to force me to leave at some points. They even tried to get me to find Vicky a place to stay. I mean, it was the worst experience that I've ever had in my life. I mean, truly, their behavior as a group, as a collective, was utterly disgraceful and shameless.
So it's 3 roommates plus their landlord.
The landlord doesn't even live there, but she's saying the landlord came just to beat her up.
Yeah, so it's like 4 people beating her up. Okay.
And she's like, I mean, after all of this, Vicky then goes to my company where I work, and she made me lose my job. She made false accusations. As a result, I had no place to go. I had no money. I mean, I was devastated. I was trapped. They took advantage of me. They have been using me, and I realized that I was being exploited. These people showed no regard for anything. I mean, their actions are toxic. They are so heartless, so incredibly dangerous. I just urge everybody to stay away from them and do not let them deceive or manipulate you like they have me.
That's one post.
Yes.
Okay.
And everyone in the comments is like, girl, are you all right? Oh my God, like, thank you for letting us know. This is absolutely crazy. If I'm in Australia, I'm not, I live in America. But if I were, I would definitely stay away from them. They're like, you need to be safe. Can I donate some money to you? I mean, the netizens are blowing it up. They're like, are you okay? But some netizens were like, I just have my critical thinking skills on. I got my critical thinking hat on. Boom. I got it on. And something is telling me in this hat, it's a little, why do you know their weight? Why do you know their height? A picture just wouldn't do. You had to post like their you even posted their license plate numbers.
Huh.
To me, you kind of sound crazy too. You just sound a little cuckoo. None of this is making sense. All of y'all are cocoa bananas. This is actually what happened. The Chinese-Australian landlord, Chow, is talking to Rainey, and she seems like the perfect fit to be the very first tenant in his house that he's renting out. He's got 3 rooms in this house, okay? He's got a master bedroom with a private bathroom attached to the primary bedroom. He's got a...
We gotta know the whole layout and everything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the first floor, this is like the perfect rentable house. Honestly, I'm a real estate agent. Trust me on this. I'm not. I don't know why I said that so confidently.
Well pointed.
It's a well-appointed, cozy, perfect neighborhood, okay? The first floor has communal living. You've got a spacious open floor plan kitchen with a connected living room and tons of natural light. Access points from the front and the back, so it's very private, secluded. Then you walk up the beautiful winding staircase and you end up on the second floor, or what I like to call, like sometimes you just want to like jump out the window. That floor, that's the floor we're on, okay? On the second floor, we've got 3 bedrooms. I'm also British. Okay, you got 3 bedrooms. Primary bedroom with the primary ensuite attached. This is the biggest room. 太贵了.
太贵了.
太贵了.太贵了. Expensive. Cha-ching. Okay, do I hear the coins dropping on the floor? Then we have 2 smaller rooms, and they have to share a bathroom. The horror. I know. Okay, so 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. And Rainey, she's applying for one of the bedrooms. She's 30 years old. She has a valid visa into Australia, and she's been here for like 2 years. She used to be a tutor, but now she works at an egg factory in Casey. It's like near Melbourne's southeastern suburbs. Do you need to know this? I really feel like a real estate agent.
No, this is good.
Yeah, okay.
Good.
It's like
it paints
really
the picture.
Thank you so much. Okay, so do I have an offer?
How much? Do we know how much?
How much to rent? Okay, it's about $400 a week.
Dollars or Australian dollars?
No, it's either $400 a week or $400 a month. I know the difference is vast, but it didn't make sense. The translations, when I was like trying to Google, I could have just showed you, but I wanted to be independent. Okay, so everything checks out. He likes her as a tenant. She likes the place. She chooses one of the smaller bedrooms that has the shared bathroom. And it's going to be, I think it's like $400 a month or something.
No, the f*** it's not. It's $400 a week.
Which is very reasonable, considering...
Really?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, considering the location, how new
you
the house
sure?
is. I think so.
That sounds
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, maybe it's a month. Anyway.
Well, if you're from Australia, let us know the market there, because that sounds like a lot.
Yeah, so she likes how new the house is, and it also includes all the utilities. So you don't have to pay a water bill, an electricity bill, the internet. Like, you don't have to pay all of that. It is included. But even better, the landlord tells her, if you find 2 more tenants, one for the primary bedroom and the other one for the other small bedroom, for each room that you help me get, I will give you 1 week of rent for free. So if you can get tenants for both rooms, that's half a month of no rent. 2 weeks. And she's like, okay, so let me do some math. I move in December 21st, 2023. That's Rainy. She's like, okay, December 2023, I'm going to start showing these rooms. I'm going to start posting on Chinese social media, bring people in, show them around. And eventually, one of the other small rooms, the person she has to share the bathroom with, gets rented to an IT student from Hong Kong named Leon. And this was not her connection, so she loses on that little deposit. She loses on that referral. She doesn't get that 1 week. So she's like, okay, that's fine. I'm going to still rent out the primary bedroom and get a week of rent for free. So she's hunting down everybody, showing them like she's a realtor. And the landlord, Chow, tells her, hey, you don't have to worry about it anymore. I found this elderly Chinese couple that's interested in renting the room. They're super sweet. They're actually going to move in the day after Christmas, December 26th. So it's like 5 days after you move in. Chow really likes the elderly couple. And he's the landlord, so he wants to like his tenants. But as Chow is telling Rainy the news, she's like, no, wait. I actually found a really young couple that want to move in, Tim and Vicky. And they can actually move in January 4th, 2024. So, I mean, from every perspective, it would be a better option for Chow to rent to the elderly couple. Because first of all, he already agreed that he would rent the room to them, and to go back on it is kind of shitty. Second of all, they're going to move in like a week faster than Tim and Vicky. And third of all, I mean, yeah, is it kind of weird? Not really. He doesn't have to give that 1 week of free rent to Rainy because he's the one that found the couple. It just makes sense for Chow to let the elderly couple move in. But then Rainy starts sending a long opening of Saturday Night Live level monologue in a text message. Hi, good morning. I thought about it yesterday, and I prefer living with Vicky because looking back on my past experiences in a shared house with older roommates, older roommates, especially elderly people, they often monopolize the kitchen for long periods, which isn't very pleasant. Yeah, I also spoke with Vicky, and she said there's no need to prepare anything else. She likes the room as is, and she's already prepared to prepay if sufficient. She can directly pay the deposit to you, just waiting for your confirmation. They can move in January 4th. I also just want to confirm if the 21st would be a good move-in date for me. Which is kind of weird. It's kind of like are we business partners or are you my tenant? What's going on, right? But Chow is a really nice landlord. And he says, let me just make all the tenants happy. Maybe she's on to something because Leon is the same age as her, similar age, and Tim and Vicky are similar age. Maybe they'll all be friends. He tells the elderly couple, I'm sorry, I found someone newer because, they're all young and maybe it wouldn't mash anyway. The elderly couple, they're really sad. It actually feels like a huge setback until they read the news a few months later, that is. Oh, yeah. Until they see wanted posters later, that is. So they get really sad.
Wanted post?
Oh, yeah. They get sad for a few months, but they move on. Rainy moves in, then Tim and Vicky move in, and Leon is actually moving in at the end of January. So even though he secured his room, he's not moving until the end of January. So it's just Rainy and the couple, Tim and Vicky. And when it's the three of them, things are going really good. The couple would take Rainy to go to IKEA. They would go grocery shopping together. They would help each other out around the house. They're not particularly close. They don't have a lot of commonalities. They're not going to be besties anytime soon. But they have a very cordial housemate relationship. And it starts slowly coming out that, maybe she's weird. I don't know if she's weird. Maybe it's are we weird or is she weird? You know how it starts like that? So for example, Rainy would complain every single week when it was time to take the trash out that it was either her or Tim that took out the trash. It was never Vicky. Now, Tim and Vicky would go into their room and they'd be like, I don't know, is it weird? Because we have a room, she has a room, and as long as one of us does it, so it's Rainy and then one of them, Rainy, one of them, Rainy, one of them, why does it have to be Vicky? It just doesn't make sense. If Tim is doing it for Vicky, isn't that fine? Fine, then maybe it can be Rainy, Tim, Rainy in terms of days alternating. It just doesn't make sense why she specifically really wants Vicky to take out the trash. They live in the unit as a couple.
Does she have a crush on Tim?
You'll see. And then once Leon moves in, she'll only have to take out the trash once every 3 days. That's what most people would think, right? But Rainy is so upset with the fact that Vicky is never taking out the trash to the point where she's trying to start fights. Just 2 weeks after moving in, Vicky and Tim start realizing, wow, Rainy is actually very problematic. We don't even want to hang out with her. Let's stop going grocery shopping together. Let's never go to IKEA together. Sure, we can be cordial, but that's it. Let's just say hi in the hallway. That's it. And also, the landlord comes over and he decides before Leon moves in, I'm just going to throw a little gathering so that Tim and Vicky, like I haven't ever met them, so I'm going to meet them and I'm going to bring a whole roasted duck. Vicky's cooking something up. You know, the landlord brings a bottle of wine and a box of Ferrero Rocher chocolates and they have a cute little evening. I think the landlord invited his brother as well. So they're all spending time together and they all speak the same language. It's a good time. It's like home away from home. But the whole time, Rainey is in the corner glued to her phone. She's not even making an effort, but she's also not going to her room. Like nobody forced you to be in the common area right now. Like you clearly don't seem to be enjoying it. Then just excuse yourself to your room. It's not rude. This is ruder. By the way, Rainey does not bring anything to this party, but she eats the shit out of all the food at the party, which which is fine, I guess.
Who said that? Like one of them be like, damn, she ate the shit out of it all.
Yeah, they said that she fucking devoured the roasted, like the whole duck by herself. Like she was killing it. But nobody said anything because it's just a duck. It's not that serious. It's food. Food is brought to parties to be eaten. But I think they were just noticing maybe it's like a difference in EQ, like reading the room, emotional intelligence or whatever, right? But the chocolate and alcohol, they did not eat it. So the landlord's chocolate and alcohol, they just leave it in the corner and they leave it inside the rental house just as a gift. Keep this in mind. Just keep this in mind. Eventually, Leon moves in and suddenly Rainey is latching on to Leon, super friendly towards him, goes out of her way to save him her leftovers.
What does that mean?
Like she would eat a chicken and then leave her leftovers and then be like, here, Leon, I got you some food.
No.
Which
What
again,
does that mean?
no, food is food. I appreciate food. However, if you're a stranger, I don't know if I want to be chowing down on your leftovers. Like, I don't know if the gesture is good or not. It's debatable.
But like, what's the motive behind that? Is it that she just loves food so that any leftover is like my precious and here's my precious to you? Or is it that, you know what I mean? Like it matters what's the context.
Oh, I'm about to give you the context, okay? So after Rainey gives him like her leftover chicken bone, like 2 times, and she's like, hey, so Leon.
Like, okay, I'm so sorry. Do we know what the context of the leftover? Is it like a literally Panda Express, like half eaten?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So she's like, hey, Leon, I gave you some food a few times. I think it would only be appropriate if you take me out to a restaurant and treat me out to a nice meal.
Okay.
And then he's like, wait, you treated me out to food? And she's like, remember the noodles I made you? Okay, let me explain the noodles. Leon is sitting there processing the fucking noodles that she's talking about. And he's like, the noodles. Okay, so the first day he moved in, he was so busy moving in furniture. And he recalled a bowl of noodles, if you could call it that, shoved into his face. And he was like, oh, thank you so much. He looks down. It's just like ramen noodles in plain water. There's not even seasoning. I think there was like a splash of soy sauce. It was like the weirdest noodles. She was trying to make it seem like a home-cooked noodle dish, but it was truly just boiled noodles with maybe a splash of vinegar, maybe a splash of soy sauce.
So it's not ramen noodle. It's like those, those like, supermarket,
Yes.
like made noodles, but without anything else. It's almost like a bowl of rice.
Yes.
White rice.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
She's like, I cooked for you so many times and you're not going to take me out to dinner or anything. And he's like, yeah, maybe one day. And then he doesn't. So Leon is probably the most quiet of the whole roommates. He likes to stay in his room with his headphones on and he just games. That's it. That's what he likes to do. He goes to work, he comes home, he games. He doesn't like to hang out. He's very shy.
And this person's like, can you take me out to a meal? Come on.
Yes. And he's like,
but
yeah.
I got a game.
Yeah, I got a game. Like, I gotta go. This is crazy. And so she takes offense to this. From then on, whenever Leon is in the shower, she would almost time him outside. And when he was inside the bathroom for too long, so they share a bathroom, she would stand outside the door and yell, what are you doing in there? Why are you showering for so long? Are you trying to turn it into a sauna?
That is weird.
So at first, Leon, Tim, and Vicky thought, okay, that's weird, but maybe she's trying to use the restroom. And this is her way of getting him out instead of being like, hi, could I use the restroom soon? Are you almost done? But she just seemed genuinely annoyed at how long Leon was spending time, quote, wasting water. So first of all the roommates agree, other than Rainey, that Leon takes absolutely regular length showers. He's not someone to dwell in the shower and sing and think about life, okay? Which is totally fine. Second, Rainey is not an environmentalist. She does not care for environmental impact of wasting water, although you probably should, but she doesn't. She just is really freaking annoyed at how much he's spending up on the water bill, which he really is not. But also, do you remember what I said earlier?
The utilities are included in their rent.
So his shower time truly does not impact her at all. She is policing him for no reason at all. At night, she would stage these really bizarre phone calls. She would walk around the whole house. And people could tell that she's not actually on the phone because you could see her phone.
Way.
Yeah, and it's not on the phone. And then she would just scream, I have a housemate who showers for 30 minutes. Can you believe it? What a weirdo. And Leon and Tim and Vicky are staring at each other like this cannot be fucking for real right now. Everybody thought it was her weird passive aggressive way of telling him to stop hogging the bathroom. But then during another fake phone call, she actually calls him a slur. So yeah, Leon is very passive. He is non-confrontational. I relate. He does not confront her, but he hates her. Then Rainey is like one day, you know what? Maybe I have been a little crazy, guys. I know, I'm sorry. Why don't I host a hot pot night for everybody?
Oh my goodness.
I will go and buy the supplies from the grocery store. I will do the little hot pot. We could sit at the dining table, add the meat into the little hot pot maker. And Vicky and Tim, why don't you invite two of your best friends? Because they're always hanging out. So I've met them a few times. Invite them over.
Oh, I'm scared.
So it's the 4 roommates and 2 of Vicky's friends. They come, they eat. And at the very end, she says, okay, so cash your card. Like cash your wire. Are you going to WeChat pay me or what? And they're like, wait, what do you mean? She said, for every single person here, $30 each. Which is reasonable at a restaurant, right? Especially like a Heidi Lau. It's going to be like $30 a meal, right? But they're looking down at their home hot pot. It's like one head of Napa cabbage. That's got to be $2, girl.
They're starving.
Yeah, there's truly the thinnest. They're practically brown slices of meat. You got to be kidding me. There's no way. There's no way. And she's like, look, I purchased us all from the grocery store. That's how much it was. They're like, can you show us the receipt? And we don't mind paying you. We just like, I don't know what's happening with grocery prices, but that just seems unreasonable. And she's like, yeah, well, I lost the receipt, so pay me up. At this point,
that is crazy. Hustling your roommate for like $30.
Yeah.
Like this is crazy.
And she's just so confused. All of them are confused. They pay Rainey because they're not going to fight about it. And it just starts this very strange tension in the house. And Rainey would always argue with them. Like, I spent $13 on you. And they're like, what would you spend $13 on me for? Like $13, especially to Leon. She'd be like, I spent $13 on you. He's like, what did you spend $13 on me for? And she's like, oh, all the noodles I cooked you that one day?
Wow.
And Leon is sitting there like, first of all, since the day I moved in, Rainey consistently, almost on a daily basis, uses my espresso machine with my espresso pods. Even moved one of my tables inside her room to use it. Like a piece of furniture, okay?
You are wearing my underwear.
That's my underwear. What exactly do I owe you $13 for, huh? I mean, it's crazy. Listen, I'm all about a two-way street. If you're going to be crazy and you're someone that likes to Venmo charge me for $2, I don't mind, but expect the same thing back. Don't be shocked. Okay, maybe not $2. I wouldn't do that, but still. She's got her problems with Leon, and then she starts problems with Vicky. Now, Rainey has no friends in Australia, but she just met 2 of Vicky's friends at the hot pot dinner.
that she just hustled.
And she invites them again for dinner.
Oh, no.
And they they're being nice. So they come because they know she doesn't have friends. And instead of appreciating Vicky, because I'm sure Vicky's friends told Vicky, like, hey, your roommate invited me. I don't know what to do. And Vicky was like, yeah, she just doesn't have friends. They come instead of appreciating this. Because I do think it's a little weird to befriend your roommate's friends and then hang out with them without your roommate, especially when you haven't been hanging out with them in a cordial way multiple times. It's one thing if you're all vibing.
So like she invited Vicky's friend over.
Yeah. And Vicky was like, yeah, that's fine.
But Vicky wasn't home?
No. But Vicky knew they were there. I'm sure they told Vicky. And they have a little dinner. Tim and Vicky were on a date night. They come back home and Vicky sees her friends and she's like, oh yeah, I missed you guys. And she pulls out the box of Ferrero Rocher and the wine that the landlord had brought over during that initial party with the duck. And
She pulls it out?
Yeah. So Vicky pulls it out and it's like,
Vicky pulls
yeah,
it
Vicky
out.
is like, oh yeah, like we have these left over from that time that the landlord came over. And Rainey stands up and it's like, Vicky is so shameless. Vicky, you are shameless. You're giving away your trash. And she's like, wait, what? I thought we were just like sitting here chit-chatting and we could just drink the bottle of wine and eat the chocolate. Rainey is like, no, give me the chocolate. She snatches the box of chocolate, opens it up, counts the number of people, throws 4 Ferrero Rochers on the table, grabs a bottle of wine, the box of chocolates, and runs into her room.
I don't get it. Like is she like really, really cheap? So she feels like that's part of her items?
I guess.
Is that it?
Yeah. It was so strange.
So she's like, my precious.
Yeah.
My precious.
It was so bizarre. And so all the roommates are like, okay, what the fuck? We just got to ignore the shit out of her and just stay in our lane. But starting in February of 2024, it's getting harder to ignore Rainey.
Oh, this has only been a month?
Since Leon moved in, it's only been like a week or two.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I've been here for 5 years.
Well, this is not a normal timeline.
No.
I'm expecting like a 6 month into this, you know?
A year? No. A week. A week. 7 days. They moved in like Monday. It's Wednesday. Starting in February, Rainey starts complaining that Vicky and Tim are watching movies way too loudly past 10 p.m. to the point where she starts banging on their doors, screaming, "You're being too loud!" whilst she's being the loudest person on the whole fucking block. All the neighbors can hear her. And Leon is so confused because he doesn't hear a peep squeak out of Tim and Vicky's room, but he hears Rainey banging on their door every single night after 10 p.m., screaming about how loud they are. It's just the most bizarre thing. He actually tries to record it, but he only manages to capture a brief moment of the whole argument on record, and the only audible part is Rainey screaming, "I'm telling you to!" And then she's like banging on their door. So strange. And then on February 19th, things get fucking crazy. A confrontation breaks out between the two parties, and we got a video. We have a video of this. It is the most unhinged video I've seen in a really long time. That is
Who recorded it?
Tim. Okay, there's a video that Tim recorded. Rainey is asking him, "Why are you recording me?" And he just says, "Continue. What are you recording? What do you want to record, huh? To show people what you're yelling about." "Oh yeah, let's record then. Do you think I'm scared of you? I'll post all of you online. I'll see how you guys are going to survive here from now on." She starts picking up her phone and she's like, "Let's all record together." Listen, I don't understand Mandarin. This was translated for me. However, just the tone of her voice, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I don't like it. I don't need to know the language to know I don't like it. I don't need to know to understand who's at fault here. And it's her posture. She's wearing these round sunglasses. Absolutely circular. Absolutely illegal.
Sunglasses?
Yeah, they're just like too goofy for a type of confrontation like this. Too goofy.
She indoor?
Yeah, and she's got like her hip popped out. And she's upset. "Oh yeah, let's all record together, shall we? Let's do it then. Right, mister? I've been talking to you all very nice." Wait, what do you mean you've been talking to us nicely? First of all, you insulted all of us just now. What were you guys doing, huh? Were you guys not having sex upstairs? Referring to Tim and Vicky.
Whoa.
And they're like, what the hell? And she's like, what's the problem with being direct? I'm just asking, can you guys please be quiet after 10 p.m.? Every time during the weekends, you guys keep talking on the phone and so loud.
我们在里面做什么？
Wait, is this morning or nighttime?
It's morning.
It's morning.
Yeah.
She's saying that they're having sex too loud upstairs right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're like, we're not even doing it, okay? And then she's like, I'm telling you guys, last time you asked when I will leave this place, let me tell you, you're the one that's gonna leave this place before me, not me. Then she turns to Vicky, and it seems like the real reason that she hates this couple are starting to come out. She starts screaming at Vicky, I have endured you for so long. Don't act pity in front of me. You wouldn't even be here if you don't rely on men. If you can't handle hardship, then go back to where you came from.
That's crazy.
Like from one immigrant to another is crazy. Like one visa holder to another is absolutely illegal behavior. What? Because Vicky,
now I know why she's wanted.
yeah, Tim is here for work in Australia, and Vicky came as the partner, right? And that is pissing Rainey off. She later tells her landlord Chow that Tim has a crush on her. And Tim is so confused. He just hits back weirdly with her. Tim, why?
What?
Tim.
Wait, what?
Like, you know when your boyfriend or husband tries to defend you? And then someone's like, hey, you're kind of crazy. And then my husband would be like, she's not crazy. She's just mentally ill right now. You're like, honey, 잠깐. Wait, can you come back? We don't have to.
Wait, what did Chow say though?
Tim goes, her ability to rely on men is her skill, but you don't have that skill.
Wait, who said this?
Tim.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like, oh honey, could we just it's okay. I'm actually okay. It is just such an off the wall comment that even Rainey shuts up for a second. That she's like, I don't even know. Like, what am I supposed to say to that?
他可以靠男生他的本事，你没这本事啊，对不对？
And she's staring at him before she says, let me tell you, I'm living peacefully and freely on my own, independently. Oh, how amazing, excellent, independent, and self-sustainable you are.
我跟你讲，我一个人活得心安理得，自由自在，
超棒，超棒，超棒，超棒，超棒，优秀，独立又自主。
Rainey is getting more baffled, more bothered. Guys, please understand the situation. I am the one that is allowing you all to stay here. Tim says, no. The landlord allows us to stay here. My rent goes to the landlord, not you.
请你们搞清楚状况，这个房子是我让你们住在这里的。
没有，是房东哦，我房租是给房东，不是付给你哦，谢谢。
If it weren't for me, would you guys even be living here? Would you all be living here, mister?
不是因为我，你们住在，你们可以住在这里吗？
所以我要对你感恩。
可以住在这里吗，先生？
Vicky tries to keep it together. She's like, okay, let me try to de-escalate. She's like, boyfriend, calm down. And she's like, okay, wow, thank you so much. Yeah, it's all you. Thank you. But Tim's not holding back. Tim is like, should I be grateful to you? Wow, thank you so much. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have a place to stay. If it weren't for you, I would be out on the streets. So what are you unhappy about, huh? Rainey says, I'm unhappy that every time you guys are on the weekend, it is so noisy. If you want to have fun, that's fine, but don't disturb other people. After 10 p.m., I would never make too much noise. Are you sure about that? Are you sure?
休假的时候呢，一直吵，一直吵，一直吵。
我们
你们要晚上，我没有意见，但请你不要影响到别人。我10点之后，我也不会发出太大的声音。
哦，你确定？你确定？你讲电话讲那么大声，半夜起来骂滴滴。 你确定的？什么叫一次？我听起来不得一次啊！你现在也可以这样讲，我也可以这样讲。
我骂他什么？他跟我讲，那是因为他在吵，所以我请他安静。
那你请他安静，吵了，你请他安静，我们都醒了，还叫人家不要顶嘴。哇，你是人家妈妈哦。
And now Rainey is like, wow, 2 against 1, huh? She's crazy. She's crazy.
哇，你们两个2张嘴，然后对付1张嘴。
And Vicky is so confused. I never said anything. Like, pretty much this whole time, I've been pretty neutral. And this infuriates Rainy. She blows up. Stop pretending to be pitiful, acting as if I bullied you, and you talk all this nonsense. Let me tell you something. I've been here so long, and I've never had a fight with a single girl in Australia. You are the first one. I've really never fought with a girl before in my life.
我跟你讲，我来那么久，我从来没有跟女生吵过架，你是第一个来。告诉你。我真的从来没有跟女生吵过架。
What? It starts getting so strange because Rainy decides she's going to pick a new way to tackle this now. Hey, you're an Aries, right? Astrology. I'm just saying. If we're getting into a fight, I don't think either of us should bring up astrology.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that's the last resort and it's just not going to go well. She's like, Tim is an Aries, right? Well, let me tell you, you better be careful, Tim. Since coming here to Australia, I've met 2 Aries guys. I did. One of them had status and was rich, and he still got dumped. Mark my words, you need to watch out. When she finds someone with more money than you, she's going to drop you in a heartbeat.
我告诉你，哎，母羊座的，我告诉你，你要小心啊！我来这里遇到2个男生，我跟你讲，我来这里遇到2个男生，母羊座，一个有身份的，还是被分手啊！我告诉你。
Aries men, they always get dumped by girls that are trying to climb the social ladder.
This is so bizarre. So bizarre.
The couple is honestly so lost. They're just like, are you done talking? No, I'm not done. But you can just tell everyone is speechless. Everybody is speechless. And then there's just secondhand embarrassment because Rainy is trying to walk away, right? But it gets worse because Tim is still recording. And as she's walking away, she tries to snatch the phone casually. She's casually walking. And then she tries to snatch Tim's phone.
And then did he dodge?
Yeah.
那你讲完了没？
没有，我没有讲完，怎么样？
那你继续。
I guess to try and delete the footage. She's clearly unsuccessful. And it just feels so strange. And it feels like Rainy is jealous of Tim and Vicky's relationship. And after this whole argument, Rainy decides she's going to try something different. She's going to start talking to her therapist. She starts sending messages to her therapist.
Rainy has a therapist?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She says...
I feel so bad.
She says, to put it simply, I had previously asked Vicky and her group to help take out the trash bins, but she was unwilling to cooperate. Later, Leon, the other roommate, said he could help, but I didn't bother her again. Recently, they've been staying up late and talking in the living room.
How do we know her message to the therapist though?
I'm about to tell you.
Oh, okay.
The therapist is exposing her.
No.
Okay? Yeah, she's like...
Isn't that like against the law?
Oh, wait, okay. So she's like, I asked them to keep quiet after 10 p.m., but they responded one after another, just criticizing me. They even recorded me and insinuated that I should leave. I really don't want to live with them anymore. Can you please help me with this? They're ganging up on me. They're bullying me. I'm really upset. The therapist responds, can I call you later? Sure, I will be waiting for your call. That first call lasts multiple hours. Then the next day and the next day, there are multiple hours, every single day, hours at a time, phone calls with her new therapist, Chow, the landlord. She is calling the landlord and talking to him for 3 hours a day. She's sending him message after message. Something happened yesterday that I didn't mention before, okay? During the conflict with them that day, her husband acted as if he was going to hit me. Tim did. Although he didn't actually lay his hands on me, I was still very frightened. Last night, I couldn't sleep well because of this. I truly feel like my life is in danger here. Also, Tim has recently been getting along quite well with Leon. If you ask him about the room and all of this, maybe don't bring up what happened with me because they're all gonna lie and they're on the same side. Just say something like, Vicky has other plans and you guys should leave. If your discussion with them goes well, then you don't need to give me any benefits about finding a new tenant. You don't have to give me that 1 week rent free. I'm willing to pay the rent in full myself for my share.
Okay.
So she's like, kick them out. And I am so gracious. You don't have to give me a week of rent for free for finding them. There's no response. She sends another text message. I just experienced something really terrifying. They are truly scary people, and I absolutely cannot live with them anymore. Please, I'm begging you, ask them to leave as soon as possible. I'm pleading with you. Please help me. I'm begging you. They're so scary. Then another. I already found someone who's willing to rent the master bedroom. Yeah, they're going to move in on the 22nd. They said they can pay $300 per week. Please ask Tim and Vicky to leave immediately. Chow said it was traumatizing. Every single phone call, she's like an energy vampire. He says she won't accept any of your suggestions. When you talk to her, as long as you don't agree, she will raise her voice and start attacking you. She's like a pressure cooker filled with negative energy. I was like her therapist for the entire week. I had to stay on the phone and I had to go through her mental torture. She is so relentless. I was so overwhelmed every single day.
SOS.
Please.
I don't want to be a landlord anymore.
This is what I get for being a landlord. Okay.
Take this house back. Here, keep the house.
The city can keep it. The landlord is trying to keep an open mind. He knows that Rainey is an energy vampire, but he's trying to understand, okay, well, let me get Vicky and Tim's side of the story. So he approaches them. He talks to them. He talks to Leon. He sees the video that Tim recorded. And he's like, you know what? Maybe it seems like Rainey is the unreasonable one here. And again, he doesn't want to take sides. He doesn't want to get involved in any of this. But he does feel like Rainey is mentally unstable. And it just doesn't make sense. And even the next time that Rainey calls, she keeps listing out her advantages and then Vicky's disadvantages just in life in general. And it's kind of weird. Just gives really off vibes. Rainey would say things like she wanted this, she wanted that. She's very hard to please. When she first came to see the unit, she already had lots of problems. She's just very hard to get along with. And after I came to Australia, truly, I never fought with a girl before. I'm a very grateful person. I usually get along better with girls. I don't have a problem with Tim. But from the beginning until the end, it's really all just Vicky's fault. I mean, you really can't say that I'm being unreasonable because I'm looking out for you, Chow, because Vicky is f***ing crazy.
Wow. She sounds like she's really jealous of Vicky or something, right?
And then she starts screaming at the landlord. I'm telling you, Vicky has made zero contributions to this house. They use the kitchen for more than 2 hours a day. They don't have many plates and bowls, but they'll always run the dishwasher. I mean, like, why don't they just wash it by hand? And then they don't even just like rinse the plates. They put it into the dishwasher. They also run the laundry machine every single day. They don't even have that many clothes. I just don't understand what the issue is. It's all Vicky's issue. They run that like 24 hours a day and it prevents me from doing my laundry. But most of all, like, you have to pay the water bill. Chow is trying to calmly explain, like, don't even worry about the water bill because you're not the one paying it. Like, let me worry about it. I'm the one paying it. Like, what's going on? And this only irks her more. She starts turning on her landlord saying, you, Chow, are also part of the problem. You're enabling bullying.
Dang.
She starts accusing him of using her, calling, ranting, and Chow says she was crying, throwing tantrums, saying how pitiful she was. She said that in the beginning, she was working for me for free, posting ads, wanted ads to help find tenants for the house, and that I was a horrible boss and horrible landlord.
Horrible boss is crazy. Horrible boss.
Chow is like, a what? Oh, what the fuck is going on? Chow didn't even know what to do. At this point, he's getting rubbed the wrong way because he also finds it really alarming that Rainey is latching onto this house very strangely. She would say things like, I'm the one that's allowing these people to stay here, as if she owns the house.
Yeah.
So it's very distorted. And he thinks allowing this behavior to continue is going to escalate. I don't know. She could be a squatter at that point. So Chow tries communicating with her further, but starting from February 23rd, yeah, this happens in like 4 days.
Okay.
He could not reach Rainey because she blocked his ass. So the next day, Vicky, Tim, Leon, and the landlord all agree that they're going to kick her out. However, when Chow keeps trying to reach out to Rainey, she's blocked him on all the platforms, refuses to communicate. And because of this, the other tenants are forced to communicate with her about moving out. But from Rainey's relentless personality, she says, first of all, I will leave, okay? If I get my deposit of $400 back. They're like, yeah, done. Chow already agreed to it. And for emotional distress, each one of you will pay me $1,000. Rainey is trying to extort money out of her roommates. And they're like, no, That's absolutely not fucking happening. Are you crazy? Are you out of your bunkers? Are you crazy up here? What's going on? No lights are on? Because of this, Chow, the landlord, tapes an eviction notice to her door with a grace period of 2 weeks to skedaddle out of here. Again, he's very classy
That's so
until the
nice.
very end, right?
I mean, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You God knows what's gonna happen in 2 weeks.
But the very next hour, the roommate sent him a message of the crumpled up eviction notice thrown onto the hallway floor. So I don't know what's going on. He decides that he's going to go and try to get her to leave. She unblocks Chow February 27th, and she's demanding like 4,000 USD from them. And this conversation is just crazy. She's saying, you owe me this money for my work costs. I was working for you. I was basically managing the property. I was finding tenants with you. I was accommodating the other tenants. I was doing all of this stuff. I was trying to manage all the roommate situations. I mean, I think all of this, listing the list on Facebook, I think I need $4,000 for my work. He refuses to pay because that's just absolutely insane. 2 weeks pass. It's about 4 days before her eviction notice. He's about to call the cops, okay? In 4 days, he's going to call the police. They notice that Leon's car had been keyed. And it has the Chinese slur that she had used. It's a slur in Chinese that she had used on the phone when she first moved in, remember? So they're like, I mean, obviously, it's got to be Rainy. She keyed it into his car in Mandarin. Leon does not confront Rainy, even though it's a new car and he doesn't have a lot of money to fix it. He's just like, I just want her to get out of here. I don't want to have another conversation with her. I'll fix it. Just get her the fork out of here. Let's all move on. March 10th rolls around. It's eviction day. Chow shows up. All the roommates are there. And Rainy refuses to go. Chow even hands her her $400 deposit back. And there's a picture of her sitting there counting $400. And she's got her little glasses on. She counts the $400, puts it in her pocket, goes to the washing machine, and starts washing her clothes. Like she's not moving out. So then Chow gets upset.
Is this recorded or is this
Bits and parts.
Okay.
Chow gets upset. He goes to the washing machine and turns it off because he's like, what are you doing? You got to get out of here. I'm about to call the cops. I have been so nice to you. No, you're not doing a load of fresh laundry. You fucking weirdo. Take your Tide Pod and shove it up your ass. Like he's getting upset now, but he's keeping it calm. He's just like, Rainy, this is crazy. He turns off the washing machine, and the minute that he does that, it's like a switch went off in her little crazy cuckoo banana's brain, and she goes to the kitchen, grabs all the cartons of eggs, and starts chucking it at every single person. They're getting hit. Doing, doing, doing. Scrambled eggs everywhere. I mean, Vicky is sitting on the kitchen counter and she's like, okay, enough. Because I think at this point, Tim, Leon, and Chow, they don't really want to physically confront her because at the end of the day, maybe they just don't want to I don't know. Yeah. So Vicky gets up and she's like, I got this. And she don't got this. I love you, Vicky. Sit down, okay? Because Rainy goes, grabs her by the hair, slams her onto the ground, and is like, I have endured you for long enough.
No freaking way.
Chow
Is this
tries to-
recorded?
No, because they're brawling.
Okay.
Chow tries to stop her. He's getting egged everywhere. Just slimy egg yolk, egg whites all over the place. Leon and Chow try to keep her on the ground and she's like pleading. She's like, you know what? You're right. That was crazy. I don't know why I just did that. Just wasted some good eggs. How about this? I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to pack.
Wait,
and
she switched?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she's like, I'm just going to go pack and I'm just going to leave. Yeah, that was immature. So they let her go. But she goes upstairs. They don't hear anything. That's alarming. They don't hear any packing. They don't hear anything. So then after 10 minutes or so, they go upstairs and they realize that Rainy's not leaving. She's not going anywhere. Instead, she has started running the water to wash the clothes again inside the washing machine. And then Tim is trying to record her. She comes out of the bathroom and she goes, why are you looking at me? Why are you recording me? Do you have a crush on me?
干嘛一直录我啊？
不要碰我东西。
不要碰我东西，那干嘛一直录我？
不要碰别人。
你是怎样？是怎样暗恋我？是不是？
没关系
哇，真的太恶心了。
What?
What did Tim say?
Tim is like, you're crazy, okay? She goes and she grabs a box of nails and starts scattering them across the staircase so that nobody can leave now.
What?
She's like a deranged trap setter. This is like the Saw movie franchise. Everybody is stunned. They're trying to scramble to pick up the nails so that nobody slips on them or steps on them or impales themselves. And all of this, there's little snippets that they're trying to film, but it's just chaos. In the footage, you can briefly see Rainey leaping onto her bed and snatching something. And she comes out with a boiling kettle of water. She's trying to splash the water onto Tim and Leon, and they're screaming at Chow to take cover, but they see Chow is not her target.
It's Vicky.
Yeah, she's trying to pour this shit on Vicky. And all the guys are trying to stop her at this point. Chow takes most of the hot water.
Oh my God.
Not too many burns, thankfully, but it was pretty fucking hot. Yeah, there's like a 6 by 6 centimeter scar that still won't go away.
3 inches, 3 inches.
Yeah. And thankfully, he was wearing a baseball cap and sunglasses, so it protected most of his, face from getting splashed. And it was just like you can see Chow on the pain from the heat because it was hot. So he's doing a cold water compress. Approximately 30 minutes later, like all of this is happening. In 30 minutes, the cops arrive. 30 minutes! 30 minutes! You know what you could have done in 30 minutes? She could have, I don't know, killed them all. And you would think that Rainey would compose herself at the sight of law enforcement, but no, she's still trying to attack them. She's grabbing their phones, slamming their phones to the wall, shattering them, and the police immediately pin her to the ground, handcuff her, and they ask Chow, do you want to press charges? And he's like, bro, just get her out of here. I don't care. You don't need to press charges. Just get her out of here.
He should have pressed charges.
Yeah. So they force Rainey to go into her car. They pack up all of her stuff, the police, because she refuses. They throw it into her car and they stand there until she finally drives away. This would be the biggest mistake. The police wait around for 5-10 minutes and then they ultimately leave. And then right after that, their front door has this glass panel. You just see Rainey standing there and they're all like, ah!
It's like a horror movie.
Yes! What the fuck do we do?
This is like Parasite.
Yeah, it's just so scary, okay? She's screaming at them, like just yelling at them, trying to record them. It's the most terrifying thing, and no one is going to open the door. I mean, they're so creeped out by this. Not long after, Rainey comes back, and they hear like a... They're like, what the fuck is that? The entire house has been egged. She went and bought eggs and then egged the entire house.
Wow.
Yeah. And then Tim and Chow, the
Are
landlord.
we still on the same day right now?
Yeah.
The same afternoon?
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're not even close.
This all happened in the next 24 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then Tim and Chow, they hear this. And
the finale is in the 24 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
They run outside. And they find Rainey in her car. And she's making a U-turn. And before they could even process what's happening, she's flooring it to run them over. She's trying to run them over. They only just make it out the way because you know how certain places they'll put those metal things in the grass to make sure no residents run into the grass?
Sure.
Yeah, it's like a stopper. It's like a rail.
Yeah.
She slams into the rail.
Like
knocks it down.
destroying her own car.
Yes, if the rail was not there, they probably would have gotten run over. So this is showing that Rainey, this is not a low budget movie. She is unhinged. She's crashing her own car. She throws her car into reverse after this, guns it straight over the grass, and just makes it onto the other side of the road. And then she leaves. So they're like, okay, this is the most insane thing that we have ever witnessed in our entire lives. But that's okay. We're just going to go back in. We're going to clean up the eggs. We're going to clean up everything, all the nails. It'll be fine. They're cleaning. Scrambled eggs off the walls. And then they hear dong. And they hear dong. And they hear this 20 freaking times. They look outside. Rainey is driving forward and then reversing full speed into the garage. Driving forward, reversing full speed into the garage. Driving forward, reversing full speed into the garage. Destroying her own car and destroying all of their cars, as well as the property. The garage doors have concrete or bricks on the side. The bricks are they're breaking. She leaves like a piece of her bumper. And she just just keeps running, reversing back into the garage. And now they're calling the cops again. But once they get there, Rainey is already gone. So they're like, this feels like a horror movie. This can't be real. Also, the fact that it's happening in one day, I don't even think that they have the time to process this.
Yeah,
They're
just the elevation
Yes.
of this.
They're so confused. What the fork is happening? She's so unstable right now. They don't know what to do. The police are telling them, okay, yeah, we're going to go look for her, but it's not really our top priority right now. So that night they decide, okay, Leon, Vicky, and Tim are going to sleep in the living room floor because they just need to make like a quick and hasty escape if something happens. And they're all scared and they just want to lay there and gossip about how freaking crazy their roommate turned out to be. Like, who would have guessed when she was just boiling water with plain noodles that she would be this unhinged? It was so weird. And as they're about to drift off into a peaceful sleep, they all shoot up instantly because they hear a noise. They look outside and all of their cars are hammered in with a mallet. Like someone took a hammer and broke all their windshields, broke their windows, everything.
Are they looking at Rainey doing that?
Yeah,
Or?
and then she just like leaves. Leon immediately calls the cops and Vicky decides, oh, something's not right. She calls Chow, the landlord, and is like, hey, this is just what happened. I'm letting you know. We're calling the cops. But I would say you guys be careful too, because she knows where you live, right? I'm just saying.
Oh.
Right at that time, Chow looks on his camera outside of his house, and there's a hooded figure smashing in his car and just drives away. He shows this CCTV footage to the police, and they say, well, because she's wearing a hoodie, you can't really be sure who that is. And they're like, well, I'm pretty sure it's the same girl that just tried to fucking kill me like 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
And the police are like, it could be anyone.
Dude, these police are...
Could be anyone, you know? And then they get a text message. They all get a text message after all of this from Rainey that says, are you sleeping well after you forced me to leave? I will take my revenge one step at a time.
Oh!
I have shivers.
This is...
I have shivers. I would be so scared. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. What would you do?
I don't know. I'm scared. Is she gonna come here?
And then she texts back, you all live well in that house. Her threats were deeply frightening. They show the police this, and the police are like, well,
Wow.
could be anyone. We don't really speak Mandarin, so we don't really know what's going on right now. We can't really provide you any support with this. So after being chased out of the house, Rainey temporarily has nowhere to go, and she's just like sleeping in her car, I guess. And then everything de-escalates. She is briefly arrested, and all the roommates are like, oh, thank God. And the police are like, yeah, but she was bailed out. They're like, what? She got bail? Are you kidding me? And the police are like, yeah, well, we had to give her bail. So she's out on bail and we're going to wait for the trial. But technically she's free right now. They're like, oh my goodness. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's okay. And then all of a sudden, their phones start blowing up. This is happening in the span of a week. They have now gone viral on social media as being abusers. And the roommates are
that's
like,
when she posted it.
yes. And the roommates are like, I didn't do it. I have so much, like, they had to spend so much money. First of all, they had to clean up the entire place. They had to take days off of work. Their cars were totaled. All their cars are like totaled. They have to handle all this police stuff. And now everyone on Chinese social media thinks that they are abusers. But some netizens, they're smart. They say, would a normal person really list someone else's weight and height? I don't know. Exposing someone's name, picture, and birthday just feels overkill. Like, it also feels like she's cuckoo bananas. And while everybody's reputations are being trashed, the roommates are like, we got to prove ourselves. So they start researching about Rainey, and they find out that she did this before.
Of course.
Her previous roommate, Tam, I don't know if he was in a relationship with Rainey or what, but he loaned Rainey like $5,000 to buy her car. And she never paid him back, even though she said that she was going to. And then she physically assaulted him. And he posted it all over social media.
After this incident.
Yeah, and before this incident.
Oh.
And nothing ever happened. Yeah, and then they do some more research. She's actually a wanted fugitive. She owes 3 banks a total of like $6,000, but she's been in collections for so long and they're very serious about it. So she doesn't want to go back because she's going to be in trouble.
Go back where?
to Taiwan. She's gonna be in trouble. And they realize this girl is crazy, but at least the police are looking for her, right? And this process takes months. It's like everything
process
happens.
takes months?
The police looking for her. Like, okay, so she's out on bail, and then nothing happens for March. Yeah, March, April, May, June. About nothing happens for 3.5 months. She's out on bail. They're doing all this research. And then June 10th, Vicky wakes up to a noise, loud banging. And she's like, oh, this is weird. But the weather in Australia is weird. And you know, it has been 3.5 months since I've seen Rainy. I'm sure it's nothing. Maybe like the trash can was blown over and that was the loud banging noise. But just in case, because she's got some PTSD, she's like, let me just check it out. Let me just check it out. There's a fucking fire at their front door. Just smoke billowing up the windows now. Neighbors are coming out of their homes like, hello, what's going on? She's waking up Tim. She's waking up Leon. They panic. Thankfully, they're able to get out. They quickly call the fire department. The fire is put out.
What was on fire?
Just trash thrown at the front door. Gasoline poured, lit on fire. Like truly trying to burn the house down.
Wow.
So now this place is unlivable. They decide, okay, well, we got to do something. They called Chow, and Chow is like, yeah, guys, come over and you guys can stay at my place. I'm so sorry because you guys are paying me rent, obviously. And like all of this has been happening, and we will figure out something to do tomorrow morning because right now is just too much. Oh, by the way, their cars were also lit on fire.
The same night?
Yeah. So they go to Chow's place. I think only 2 of their cars were lit on fire. They go to Chow's place and they're all laying there talking about, okay, what are all the things that we have to do tomorrow?
Gosh.
We got to call some attorneys. We got to do this. We got to do that. And all of this is happening. And Chow is like, I don't know. Something feels weird. He goes out to the front door and he smells something. He opens the front door and he sees a can of gasoline and it smells like gasoline. Someone poured gasoline on his front door. And he's like, oh. He brings in the can of gasoline because he's like, I can't have her like pour this on the vegetation because that's gonna burst into flames. He's freaking the fork out, and then you just see her. They pull him back into the house because it's dangerous, and you just see Rainey come up and throw a match at the front door, and then she leaves. Thankfully, they're able to put out the fire, but she's trying to light everybody's fucking houses.
She just swing by and just here's a match.
Yeah.
And ran off.
Yes.
Are any of these recorded? Like,
Yeah.
They did?
So now they bring this CCTV footage to the police, and the police are like, okay, yeah, because especially like the rented house, if that had lit on fire, it's connected to other homes, you know, a lot of people could have died. So maybe we should figure out who the fork this girl is and bring her back in and maybe figure out what to do there. So on June 13th, Rainey becomes a wanted woman, and the police put out a notice of her wanted notice. And June 14th, she is arrested. So now she's in Australia. She's got 2 separate legal proceedings. The first one is from the events of like lighting arson, basically. And then the other one is like a civil thing to get the money back for the totaled cars, the rent and everything. And it's just very fascinating. A lot of Chinese netizens are trying to analyze why, like what's wrong with her. Now, obviously, the initial input was a lot of people believe that clearly she is struggling with her mental health. There's no way. But also a lot of people are saying that's no excuse. A lot of people struggle with their mental health. We're not arsonists.
Yeah, you're
that's
not
fucking gnarly.
Kill people and
Light people's cars on fire like we're in some sort of villain movie like Batman and we're the Joker. We're not doing that.
she's trying to kill them.
Yes.
Like
This
literally,
is
is intent to kill. So
yeah. Now, Chow believes it's the landlord. He has like this whole dissection. He thought about it and he said, I think her resentment towards Leon is that he graduated from a top university in Hong Kong and he's studying in Melbourne now. All of his studying scores were really, really high. But Rainey, she's not that well academically, and she has this thing where she projects her insecurities onto Leon, stating like, oh, well, if my parents were rich, I would have studied at the top university too. And it was just very weird. And she would mock him saying, oh, the young master who only got to study because his family paid for it. She thinks everything was just handed to him, when in reality, his family is not wealthy. He's just very hardworking. Then you have Vicky, who is conventionally attractive, and she is going on vacations and she is seen having lots of friends, and that pisses her off. And then she genuinely seems to have a crush on Tim. Leon remembers when they first were all kind of commingling somewhat cordially, like the first 2 days. Rainey turned to him and said, "Why do you think Tim is wearing such short shorts around me? Do you think he's trying to send me a message or something?" And so that's what he thinks is happening. But it's very bizarre.
Meanwhile, Tim is wearing like full length long pants.
He's wearing like ski pants.
Barely see his ankles.
Those fucking ankles. He's sending me signs. I'm telling you. Yeah, and that's the case of what's going on in Australia right now.
Wait. What happened?
They're still waiting.
She's in prison. Like,
I think she's being held.
okay.
Yeah, and there hasn't been too many updates.
But it sounds like she could get out fairly easily,
yeah.
right? Like,
I don't think
like a 6 month, like 3 months.
Yeah, it's giving like a less than a year.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Like,
Me either.
I'm terrified.
Me either. I get so scared when I read about people that are energy vampires. She seems like the type that just like overwhelms you with their energy and you're like, this is a lot.
Wow.
What are your thoughts on Rainey? Is this the worst roommate situation you've ever heard? Leave your personal roommate situations in the comments. Like, I want to know if anyone can go bat to bat with Rainey. I believe there should be a forum where everybody has the worst roommates.
Isn't there like TV shows and stuff about that?
Oh, is there? No, but they should put all the bad roommates into one house.
Oh my goodness.
Into one house together and see what happens.
Wow.
Leave it in the comments. What are your thoughts? And I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.